Oh yeah, it is time for another retrospect. This time, Fallout 4. So, I do have a lot of good things to say about this and some negatives. I really wanted to say that I appreciated how far they're willing to go to up the stakes for the main plot. I also wanted to say that I loved building mechanics. Yeah, the building mechanics in this game kind of feel like if Minecraft wasn't that type of artistic style and more of an artistic, realistic style with an open world shooter on the side with a real engaging plot that doesn't feel like a joke. It is one of the best games. And it comes with this huge thematic opening, and the way they did the opening I would have redone to solidify the idea that America was not doing at all great. Instead, we get the cheesy 1950s opening with the surprise nuclear detonation. Really well done, especially since in the what DLC was it in Fallout New Vegas? It was either Blood Money or Hot Money or something. We actually get a look into the past, and it kind of did look like Fallout 4 a bit. And I just wanted to say I would have done it a little differently, where it was not enclosed in a building. Maybe that enclosed area, since they couldn't get the whole open world to be pre-nuclear, I would have probably put it more somewhere a little differently. Instead of a cheesy neighborhood, maybe in a department in a store or something, and you have to survive because all the rations are running short in America. So there are rioters outside, and they're clashing through the windows. And I would just have the entire opening sequence trying to survive, trying to get back home, and then we get back home. You try to desperately take care of your baby and try to have that image of the life as seen in Fallout 4's opening. But then you hear on the news that the bombs are dropping. That's what I would have done. I mean, there was a lot of artistic things, especially within the opening. The first quest being out of time, and then you go to Concord. You go to Concord and you meet a psychic who says you are the man or woman out of time, out of hope. You're looking for your son, and the first stage you gotta go to is Diamond City. That is exactly like Fallout New Vegas, where all the main quests were named after popular old school songs, or lyrics from the songs. I'm not gonna talk about the loot or anything like that. I'm gonna talk about how this game has expanded the more RPG elements. Not only that, but actually making the shooting aspects of the game a little bit easier, because Bethesda Softworks has no idea how a gun works, to be honest. But it is really games like this and games like Skyrim, a lot of Bethesda games, and a lot of games they released, like Evil Within, a lot of them, where you wanted to develop your own games. And I know Todd Howard has said a lot about this. I grew up as I wasn't on the sports team. I was in the geek room saying, I want to build my own game. I just wanted to say how fantastic this game was, playing through it and going through it and realizing that it asks a lot of philosophical questions, to the point where it gets so complex. The philosophy of certain groups, like the Brotherhood of Steel, gets so complex that the players themselves can question the morality. Like, is technology really dangerous? Is it really that dangerous? Are these just a bunch of lunatics? Or we gotta stop technological growth and stuff like that? Or is the Institute really bad? because that's the big question. It goes along with the big plot twist when you actually get to the Institute and see how civilized and all that type of stuff is. Civilized the scientists are, looking for a new hope for humanity and all that type of stuff. There is a lot to be devoured here, even though the open world map of Fallout 4 is smaller, like 3 times smaller than Fallout 3. They've really added, it was really just a smaller scope so they can have settlements to build, and actually making the happiness of all your settlement survivors go up, and making sure they have resources. Not only that, we can build entire military bases. Like with mine, I built an entire upper level above everything else. Just levels and levels and tunnels of boxcars to where I can walk around and have some openings, like, and then just like watch over that with a gun. I thought this game was just brilliant. So this is my review on Fallout 4.